week 13 of the fantasy basketball season, and here's a few forwards I would look to drop this week. The first guy is Nicholas Batum of the Los Angeles Clippers. So Batum, he was pretty solid this season in fantasy basketball, but the last few weeks he's tailed off and the numbers have gone down on the season. He's ranked 82nd in fantasy basketball, 8.6 points a game, 4.7 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 1.2 steals a game, 85% from the foul line, 46% from the field. In the last couple weeks, he's ranked 160 in the time, 6.7 points a game, 4 rebounds, 1.7 assists, 1.2 threes a game, 45% from the field. So Batum, he's still playing some pretty good playing time, anywhere from 25 to 30 minutes a game, but the production and the consistency just hasn't been there for Batum, for this Clipper team or fantasy owners. And owners, they're getting tired of him. He's been dropped in a bunch of fantasy leagues, and this week he's definitely droppable. March 17th at Dallas, 3 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a 3. March 20th versus the Charlotte Hornets, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. And then March 22nd last night versus the Atlanta Hawks, another empty line for Batum. No points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. So right now, he's just not putting up the numbers like I said. He's not scoring the basketball really. So he's not mind-blowing in one particular category. And right now, he's definitely droppable in fantasy leagues. The second forward's Carmelo Anthony of the Portland Trailblazers. So Carmelo, he was on a good few-week run and a recommended ad in most fantasy leagues over the last few weeks on the season. He's ranked 116 in fantasy basketball, 14 points a game, 3.3 rebounds, 1.7 assists, 1.8 threes a game, 85% from the foul line and 41% from the field. But the last couple weeks, Melo, he's about at the same range, 112 in the last few weeks, 14.7 points a game, 3.3 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 1.7 threes a game, 95% from the line, which is great, and 43% from the field. But Carmelo Anthony now, the production is going to start to go down, and it has already with C.J. McCollum finally back in the lineup here for the Trailblazers. And obviously McCollum, he's going to get him and Lillard, they're going to be the two main shooters and guys taking field goals on this Portland Trailblazer team. And also with Jusuf Nurkic coming back right around the corner, that's another thing where there's more field goal attempts going to go to Nurkic as well. So Carmelo Anthony, as far as scoring the basketball, he's going to be the odd man out of putting up the big games and the points. And that's why he was fantasy valuable the last few weeks with scoring over 20 points. Well, like I said, with McCollum back and Nurkic coming back, that's not going to be the case. March 18th versus New Orleans, 15 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 threes. March 19th versus Dallas, 18 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 threes. And then March 21st versus Dallas, again, 6 points, 2 rebounds, and assists. So Carmelo Anthony, his specialty is scoring the basketball, and he's adding some threes and decent rebounding. But right now, I don't think the numbers are going to be where they were, and I would drop him in the third and final forward. I would look to drop this week's Bogdanovic of the Atlanta Hawks. So he was the big off-season signing, is Bogdanovic for the Hawks. He got a 4-year, $70 million deal. And right now there's even rumblings that he might get traded in the next couple of days here, with the Warriors interested in Bogdanovic, reports have out there. And on the season, he's ranked 251 in fantasy basketball, 9.6 points a game, 3.3 rebounds, 2.3 assists. But the last couple weeks since he came back from injury, he's been a little bit better, 195 in the span. He's ranked 10 points a game, 3.1 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 1.7 threes a game, and an awful 39% from the field. So Bogdanovic, he's not living up to the contract with the Hawks, and it's funny that they might be looking to trade him already, and he missed a few weeks early in the season with an injury. The last 3 games for Bogdanovic: March 18th versus the Thunder, 23 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 5 threes, probably his best game of the season. March 20th at the Lakers, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and 2 threes. And then at the Clippers last night, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and 2 threes. So Bogdanovic, he's putting up basic numbers. He's only going to hit 3-pointers and get a few rebounds and about 10 to 12 points a game. And right now, that's not great production, and he's owned in 46% of leagues. But I think he should be dropped in more unless he gets traded somewhere where he's going to fit the system and play well. So that's a few forwards I would look to drop here in Week 13 of the fantasy basketball season.